Hello and welcome to another episode of Theorycraft here. My name is Anders with RoomOnFire, and today we're going to be taking a look at cobblestone. I say another, version of Theorycraft because I can't actually remember how many videos we've done by now, but it's been a few anyway. We've covered, I think, every map but cobblestone now. We will obviously be revisiting all the maps. That's the plan anyway, as, new things come along and I get new ideas. If you're new to the show and haven't watched it before, the whole idea is to try and spark a discussion or spark an idea in someone's mind. Not everything I do will be super relevant, but maybe someone will watch something and get an idea and think, well, that was pretty stupid, but I can maybe build on that and try and have a fun time with it. So that's all we want, a conversation, and hopefully, and this is just me personally speaking, if it ever gets used in competitive play, I will be even more happy. So what we'll start with is obviously the A-long approach here, just running in towards the hallways and trying to figure out different ways of maybe clearing some of these corners and some useful grenades that might be used in competitive play, some of them. Cobblestone is a very strange map for the fact that there are almost no wall bangs, almost none of the walls can be shot through, even with an AWP, and even the ones that can, they're not very useful, and more than that, there are almost no glitches where you can sort of jump up, right? This is the Clipbrush tool that I'm showing you here, which allows for, walls that you can't see, but that, block you from going somewhere, which is what mappers use to make sure that you can't, exploit the map too much. And whoever made Cobblestone has done a very good job of all of that, really. There's almost no glitches that I can find that will allow you to do some weird things. There's one, if you were Spider-Man or something, you could actually boost up, here. This time, this is one place where the mapper forgot to make this a slope and just made it like a straight edge. So yeah, if you've got enough friends, maybe you could boost up here. But honestly, what would you be doing anyway? So back to the original point. This Clipbrush, though, I actually did try and jump up and see if you can get up. You can stand up here on your own, but I can't make it all the way up the edge, which is really annoying. I spent maybe 2 hours trying to jump up there on my own. Also thought that maybe I could do it from this angle, but I can't. And my bunny jumping skills are awful, so I couldn't even do it like that. But anyway, you guys show me a video if you can or not. Sometimes people will be boosted into this corner, and it's sort of a weird corner to be in because you do need a teammate here to help you out. But suppose someone's there anyway. I found a couple of different ways of dealing with it. One is if you're just rushing, it's perfectly possible to run and throw grenades, and including Molotovs, obviously, that sort of bounce up here. And that's very easy to do. You just have to hit sort of the middle or a little bit further to the left of that wall, and they will bounce up there, and anyone standing will have a lot of trouble. If it's a bit slower, you can instead stand on this side and then aim at that corner, and the Molotov will bounce and right onto people, which will be a little bit annoying and hard to deal with. And if you're standing in this corner, you're not obviously going to see it coming until you are, being hit by it. So that's a fun way to deal with that kind of stuff. Same principle applies for the flashbangs. Obviously, if you want to throw one up here, you can, and it'll bounce in and maybe be annoying. So similar principle applies to the next corner that people might be standing in, which is over here. Sometimes people will stand here and wait while they have a teammate inside the bomb site helping them out. So if you want to grenade someone out of there, the flashbang actually does flash people in the corner. Not a lot, but it's just enough. Again, bounces down, and people can't really see it, but it still will give them a bit of a brief pop flash, and if you actually just run around the corner, it might just be enough that you can get the kill on them. So again, just like that, and you run, and it pops, and then you're there shooting them. Same with the Molotov, really. Doesn't have to be super precise. There's not it doesn't take a lot of setting up to do, which is nice. You just have to sort of run here, turn around, and do it, and you're good to go. And the Molotov covers quite a bit, making it a bit tricky to try and deal with. On the terrorist side, if you've made it this far, you can, you've cleared out all the regular corners. If you stand all the way back here, and I'm thinking this is for a little bit later in the game, and this actually might be competitively useful. If you're standing back here, and you aim at the edge of the wall and go a little bit further up with a crosshair, so you're sort of right, on the edge of the wooden beam here, and just go up until we're there. Then the smoke, hopefully, is going to be blocking off the sort of the main entrance here. But the point is that if you then get a teammate to stand maybe a little bit further up, stand like this, you can boost on top of him, and it'll be possible to look over and out into the bomb site, right? Now, the reason why we need this wall to be here is because if you just do the boost in the middle of everything, right? If you do the boost while the smoke is down, then it's very, very easy for anyone standing on the side. They will see you jump, and once you make that jump, they will have the advantage, and you'll almost certainly die. So it becomes very ineffective if they see you jump. But if you're covered by the wall, it'll definitely be a lot better. So check that out, and show me if you can make it work. Once the smoke is down, by the way, you have sort of a free entrance into this part of the map where you can do some fun stuff as well. I've thought about having a strategy, and I'm probably including it in an upcoming video, where you sort of essentially smoke your way close to the bomb site, which would involve a couple of smokes like these, and then you just use those smokes to get in and get the bomb down, right? Right at the edge when you're still sort of covered by the smoke. Maybe the first or second one was a bit retarded, but anyway, just put the bomb down here and try and plant out in the sort of outskirts of the bomb site without actually killing everybody here. Because it feels like a lot of the time people lose a lot of terrorists by killing whoever is playing here, and especially if someone's playing back here. Whereas if you put down the forward smokes, run in and plant, and then take the fight afterwards, it might work out even better. I'll elaborate on this thought in a different video at some point. If we go on over to the plateau, here at the B-bomb site, which is a notoriously difficult place to attack and defend for a number of different reasons, I had this thought, which I've now seen some teams actually use as well while I was making this video, so I can't really claim credit for it anyway. I'll show you guys what the idea is, just in case you've missed it. So if you put up this smoke, which pretty much everybody does, the standard smoke to block anyone from coming in here, if you follow it up with a Molotov that sort of goes back behind the wall, anyone standing in this corner, which a lot of terrorists will end up doing, once they see the smoke, they say, alright, I'll hide in the corner, that Molotov will clear them out. And if you have a friend who's up on the plateau shooting through the smoke, maybe it'll be a kill even. So that could be a fun way of doing it. It's very easy to throw Molotovs that also land further back if you just sort of walk over here and then put one that's a little bit further back there. Should be getting some good Molotovs, right? So you can cover like a pretty long distance. Actually, you can go all the way back here if you want to with the Molotovs. Just a question of angling everything just right. So I mean, it's fairly basic stuff. Let's see if I can do it. Right, so you can throw them pretty far back if you want to cover pretty much the whole range with Molotovs. I'm not sure if it's worth it to do it, and it also involves a big risk standing around with grenades out while people could be running through the smoke. So take it for what it is. It's not super useful, but I thought it was a fun tool anyway. Now, I said there was not much wall banging to be done on this map, and it's true, but I have found two places, one of which is useful. The first one is this, and it's not very useful, but you can actually shoot through this wall. So if you really wanted to learn the correct angle, which you can tell I kind of have, you could be shooting people when they're standing up here. How you would possibly know when they're doing it, and why you would stand here in the first place, there is no good explanation for. So that's why I say it's probably not useful. It's certainly not useful in reverse. If you're standing up here, you won't be shooting anyone who's running back here anyway. So that's a bit strange. This position, though, is very often utilized by a CT player who will be peeking, strafing to either the left or the right of the box to try and get a kill on someone here, right? Now, that player can be potentially hit with a lot of luck and a little bit of knowledge about the wallbang that we're going to be looking at. So if you're up here with an AWP, this wall is wall bangable, and it does a fair bit of damage. You can tell 60-some damage if it's a clean hit, which with a headshot will definitely be a kill. The way to line it up, there's probably a lot of ways to do it, but the way that I found is to stand in this corner and found this red spot in the texture. Very easy to identify in my opinion. There's not really anything nearby that looks like it. So look at the red spot, then you go up all the way until you hit this particular thing, which in my mind, I've convinced myself, looks kind of like a ghost from Mario. If I was better at video editing, I would edit one in to show you, but it's got like that shape, and it's got like, never mind. So you just look at that, and you fire right at the center of it. That will give you a hit that sort of, it does actually hit the edge of the box there, but it doesn't really matter. All you want, well, it probably might be a headshot as well if you're really lucky. should be targeting someone down here and maybe forcing them away from the position, if not killing them. But I think killing them that's even more luck on top of the luck that you already need to just guess the right timing. But you see where I'm going with this, right? If you want to hit on the other side of the box, that's fairly easy as well. Same lineup, same position. Then you just go up and you see this like long black back edge here. If you just aim a little bit further up from it, it's like a little black texture there, and you shoot right through, and you'll be hitting someone on the other side if they're strafing around here. So fairly easy to do. It also works in reverse, and I can't figure out if the first way of doing it here that I showed you is the better one, or if the reverse one is. So you guys will have to help me out with that. But either way, if you're standing at the back of this box, all you need to do is sort of walk back here. Don't actually have to look at the bench. You can just sort of back into it here. Once you've done that, you look over, and sort of right above, you'll see these two black dots on the edge. If you shoot sort of a little bit below them, that is sort of roughly a headshot, and will do significant damage. And what's cool about it is that it works no matter where people are standing up there, in the sense that once you have the height set down, right, all you need to do is sort of follow the same line in the wall here, and you can sort of tell where the next headshot's going to be if indeed it works out. So very easy to deal with, very easy to spot, and you guys can play around with it on your own. Get a friend to stand up here, see if you can hit them, and it'll be relatively easy to do anyway. I've got bot Fred and bot Bob with me here to help out. One last thing on the plateau is a Molotov that might be used to clear out anyone standing behind this box here, and I think people throw a lot of different Molotovs. The most common one is very boring, in my opinion. It sort of just goes like this, where it definitely works in the sense that if you're standing here, you kind of have to walk away. But look how quickly you get out. If you want to get out, you jump once and you're out, and you'll take almost no damage. There is another way to do it, in my opinion. If you stand up here, get boosted up, and you walk out, and you aim at the wooden beam here, sort of a little bit in, not right at the edge, right, but a little bit into it, and then it goes all the way over, right? And this goes off mid-air. And if you see, I can't see the trajectory on my screen right here, right? The grenade is going to go over my field of view, so I won't know it's coming, except for that I hear the Molotov burning, but you're not going to see it coming through the smoke or anything here. And it covers the whole range of the platform, right? It actually goes really far back, so even if you're running back and jumping out, you're going to get hit by it. Additionally, if you've got a friend who's maybe willing to throw a grenade in here, that bounces to the other side, obviously. Someone who's willing to throw a grenade in there, then as you're trying to escape from the fire, you're going to be running into the HE grenade and maybe taking a lot of damage. Probably won't kill you unless you're very slow, but it might be very, very annoying. And I thought it was kind of cool because it's, it has to be sort of somewhat precise here to work out. It's a pretty cool idea. You see how far back it goes, and it does cover sort of the box here as well. So yeah. Try it, test it out, have some fun with it, and show me how it works. Love to see that in play. The last thing that we're going to be doing is taking a look at the community challenge that I have done in a couple of other videos to try and make you guys do something outrageous, generally on matchmaking. I don't see it happening in too many competitive games, because it's a triple boost and we haven't really had too many of those, but it could be lots of fun, and I'll show you exactly how it is. Triple boosts are really annoying and confusing because you can easily stack two people on top of each other, but if you put a third person on top, then well, the game doesn't glitch. The game has a mechanism to prevent that from happening, which means the top guy is going to be sliding right off, which means if you want a triple boost, you're going to have to do it in a corner somewhere, so you can sort of use the corner to not slide off. So if I boost two people up here, and obviously, they crouch to get on top of each other, and the top guy crouches, and then you get a third guy up here. I'm just going to sort of do it the hard way. Third guy up here, who is now triple boosted up. Now, you see, I'm sort of sliding off, right? But it's a very slow rate because I'm actually wedged in between the Skybox, which is here. I'll show you guys. Skybox is all around me, all clip brushes. So I can't really move that much, which means I can easily stand and look at anyone who's down there. My aim is perfectly accurate as well. No recoil or anything like that. So all I have to do is wait like this, and when someone comes through, I lock onto them and shoot and hopefully kill them. Works with any rifle. I would say if you have an M4 or an AK or whatever, there are better ways to be spending your time than triple boosting, because it's ridiculous having to commit 3 people to defending part of the map where you don't even know if they're going to be coming, right? You can't even really know if someone's going to be there. But if someone does come and you're having an eco round, you just got pistols, you bought a P2000 or a 5.7 or something, it's definitely possible that you will be having a really good time with that. I'll try and show you sort of what it looks like from the other side. I don't know if I can get the bot work, positioned just right, but if we can just sort of clip him in here, might be a little bit further up. Just sort of clip him in here, even if he's that high up, right? This is going to be sort of a ridiculous angle to look at, right? You're not going to be expecting it if you come around this corner, and maybe he will get the jump on you. So that's the idea. That's what I want you guys to go and do in matchmaking, to annoy people. Send me videos of yourselves doing it, and it will be hilarious. That's pretty much what I have on Cobblestone so far, and it's taken me months and months of trying to work this out. Definitely by far and away the most difficult map I've had to deal with so far. Show me videos if you guys have come up with something on your own. I know a lot of you have been saying you've sort of got into theory crafting a little bit yourself. I love seeing it, so show me. And I hope you guys will follow this YouTube channel. A lot more is going to be happening on this channel in the future. A lot of different types of content is going to be coming out. And also follow me on Twitter, which is at OnFireAnders, and all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, and have a good evening. Oh, before you go, don't forget to go and check out our new sticker, the Cartel Owners Group. Definitely worth having on your guns. Go and vote for it on the workshop. Our wonderful artists, Hanzo and Coyote, have been hard at work, and more is to be expected from the Cartel series in the future. Thank you very much.